Alright, what is going on, guys? As you can tell by the title of the video, I'm sure you know what it's going to be about. But it is official. I finally got my first tint ticket. Obviously for having the tints on my windows. Ticket is a grand total of $54. So it's not, you know, anything crazy expensive. It's more or less kind of just annoying, but here we go. Here it is right here. See my car, 04 Ford. Doesn't say it's a Crown Vic, but expiration. Does it say when I got it? Yeah, that's the date that I got it, 10/14, which is a Saturday. But yeah, right there, $54, and I have to pay by that date. Now, I thought tickets, honestly, I thought they gave you a month to pay a ticket. This one's not, what is it, 3 weeks, if that, not even 2 weeks. So this one, they didn't really give you any time to pay, which it kind of BS to me. I mean, what if you end up getting a ticket and you don't really have the money, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like I should give a little bit more time to pay. Yeah, sure. I mean, it'd be easy to avoid the tickets by taking your tint off, but, you know, let's say you bought a car that already has tint on, you ended up getting a tint ticket, you know, you're poor or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like I should give you a little bit more time with that, but yeah, it's official. I finally got my first tint ticket. Now, I've had them on here. How long have I had the tints on here for? Like 8 months, maybe, something like that. I mean, I've had them on here for a decent amount of time. So, I mean, one ticket, 8 months. I mean, I'll take it. It's not that bad. Now, the cop that pulled me over, he was kind of like a dick. I don't know. He seemed like he was having a bad day, whatever. I don't know. He just kind of seemed like an asshole. But, you know, because usually when I drive this car, cops wave to me. You know, I have the sheriff wave to me. You know what I mean? Like, usually they don't care. You know, it's not like I get away with murder, but, you know, they usually don't care that I'm driving a, you know, that unmarked, you know, cop car. You know what I mean? But yeah, this cop, he just seemed to have, you know, something going on that day. Maybe he was arguing with his wife, whatever. Maybe, Dunkin' Donuts didn't have his Boston cream donut that morning, you know, I'm not really sure, but, I don't know, he seemed like he was just, you know, a complete dick. Now, what happened was I was he was sitting at the light. It's kind of hard to explain. I'll try to explain it as best I can. Where he was, there's a light, where he was at, you gotta only make a right or go straight, because it's 2-lane. And where the light is, it's right around a bend, so you can't see, you know, around the bend. So as soon as I went right around the bend, the light is right there, only, you know, maybe 20 feet. So I go around the bend, the light's there, I see him sitting in the right lane. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever, I'm going left anyway. So I pull up next to him, and I had the windows up, obviously. He ended up going straight into some, like, senior development or, like, a trailer park. I forget exactly what it is. I think it's, like, a senior development / like, trailer park area. But, so he ended up going straight, and I made a left turn. Now, keep in mind, the day that I ended up getting this ticket, it was, like, it wasn't raining, but it had rained earlier. It was early in the morning. I got this at, like, let's say the time on here. I got it at, like 9 o'clock in the morning. I was on my way to work. But, but what happened was, like I said, keep in mind, it was like raining outside, it was wet out. So the roads were kind of slick. I mean, like, the roads weren't dry. I mean, they had a layer of water on them. So I'm driving down the road, you know, and also too, I was speeding a little bit too. I was probably doing, I think the road is 45 or 40. I think I was doing like 50. I forget what the speed limit is. I think it's a 40. Well, whatever. I think it's a 40. I was doing like 50. I was doing like 45, 50. And as I'm driving down this road, I see this Dodge Charger just coming up on me real hard. Like, I see him doing like Mach 5 trying to catch up to me. Now, in my opinion, you know, what's more dangerous here? Like, is it more dangerous to have tint on my car, which I'll talk about more in a second here, or is it more dangerous to speed down a road, which is kind of twisty and turny? There's like a couple turns on it. It's not a straight road. There are a few turns on it. You know, he had to be doing at least 60 miles an hour, 65 miles an hour to even catch up to me. So he was speeding in you know, like I said, after it just had rained, just to write me a tint ticket, which is not affecting anybody. It's not doing anything to anybody. It really isn't. So he, you know, he possibly put someone else's life in danger just to speed up to give me a tint ticket, which isn't affecting anybody. But I mean, it is what it is. Now, when he pulled me over, he didn't even ask me. He's like, "Oh, do you know why I'm pulling you over?" He didn't even ask me that. But I already kind of knew why he was pulling me over. I didn't care. I'm always nice to cops. I always just, you know, answer them, you know, yes sir, or whatever. I don't try to like fight back with them or anything. You know, you catch more bees with honey than you do vinegar. But you know, as soon as he came up to a window, he went to the passenger side. So I'm not, keep in mind too, I also rolled the windows down. I did not leave my windows up. Okay, I had my 2 windows down because that's a reason, part of the reason why tints are illegal, because cops are afraid that when they come up to the car, they're gonna get shot or, you know, something's gonna happen. So I rolled my windows down, which everyone should do when they have tints and you get pulled over. Roll your windows down. I did not roll my back windows down. I only rolled the fronts down. But you can still see me in my mirror. I mean, as you're walking up, you know what I mean? You can see inside the car through the mirror here. Okay, so that's not a big deal. But he goes up to the passenger side, and as soon as he comes up to the car, he goes, license or registration, proof of insurance, and I had everything already good to go. Because I know the drill. It's not my first time getting pulled over. At least it is for tints, but it's not my first time getting pulled over. So, you know, I gave him that, and he goes, "Do you have any medical documents to have tint on your car?" And I'm like, "No, I don't have anything." And he goes, "Well, it's illegal." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So he walks back out to the car, and he took a while. I don't know what took him so long just to write me a simple tint ticket. I had to be waiting there like 5 minutes. I mean, I don't know if their printers are slow in their car or whatever, because I mean, this prints out. None of this is written down, it's all printed. So I don't know what took forever, but it seemed like forever just sitting there, just to write me a simple ticket. But whatever, so I'm sitting there, and before he wrote me a ticket, after he was asking me the question, took my license or registration, he was checking my car out. He was looking at my push bumper. He was like checking the spotlight out. He was all looking at it, like he was trying to figure out, you know, whatever he was trying to figure out, like why I had this car. Like I said, he just kind of seemed like a dick. Like he just I don't think he liked the fact that I'm even driving this car. So he ended up going back out to the car. He finally wrote me the ticket, and when he came back, he's like, just make sure you get the tints taken off. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, you know, I'll have to get them taken off. I'm like, you have a good day. He's like, yeah, bye. And he took off. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So that's how I ended up getting my ticket here. I'm actually gonna put it, I'm just gonna throw it inside the car. Leave it there for now. But I'll put the camera up here. Yeah, but the whole tint ticket thing, it's a bunch of BS. You know what I mean? I understand why they're legal, but I mean, look at the states that they are legal in. You know what I mean? I know Florida's one of them. Florida, you can have legal tints. What other states are legal? I think Utah, I forget, like Nevada, like really hot places, tints are legal. Now, I don't think they have any real issues there with the tints. You know what I mean? As long as you're a responsible owner with the tints, like I said, as long as you get pulled over, you roll the window down, you know, I don't see why they're illegal. I understand, you know, it can block your visibility at nighttime, which it does. You just have to adjust to it. It's something you have to, you know, get used to. You know what I mean? It takes a little time to adjust to it. It didn't take me that long. Probably took me a couple days to get used to seeing the tints at night. It really wasn't that big a deal. You know, if you can't adjust to it, then you shouldn't even be driving. You shouldn't be on the road. But you know what it is tints is just a cash grab. That's all it is. At least in my opinion, I think it's all just a cash grab, just to get money out of you. Same with like a seatbelt ticket. If I don't want to wear my seatbelt, who cares? It's not going to affect anybody. You know what I mean? It's I'm putting myself in danger, not anyone else. If I'm not wearing my seatbelt and I hit someone, what is my body going to fly into their car and kill them because I hit them with my body? You know what I mean? It's all a bunch of BS cash grab. That's all it is. Now texting and driving talking and driving on the cell phone. I completely understand why it's illegal. That shouldn't be done at all. Completely understand that. But when it comes to like personal things for you, like tint or seatbelt, it's all just a cash grab. That's really all it is. And the fact that he was willing to speed up, like I said, he had to be doing about 60, 65. Like I said, it was also wet out too that day, so the roads weren't completely dry. You know, they were a little slick. And he was willing to speed, catch up to me, just to write me a simple tint ticket, which isn't affecting anybody. Now, I don't hate cops or anything. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to like bash cops and like, you know, be above the law, you know what I mean? I completely understand this is legal, and I knew eventually I'd get a ticket. You know, I'm sure I'll end up getting another ticket. You know, it's all part of the game if you're gonna get tickets. I mean, if you're gonna get tints, I mean, you gotta expect it. Unless you live in a state, you know, where you don't have any, you know, if there's no tint laws or anything. But, this guy's looking at me like I'm nuts. But, you know, that's the main, what was I trying to say here? You know, I don't hate cops or anything. It's just what they do sometimes, like they act like they're above the law. I don't like that. How many times have you seen a cop car with tints on it? You know what I mean? I've seen plenty of cop cars with tint, probably about as dark as mine, 15%, maybe a little bit later, maybe like a 20%. But I have seen plenty, especially stateies around here, like the state troopers. Most of those cars all have tints on them. You know, how come they can have tint in their car? Was because it's a law enforcement vehicle? No. If it's illegal to have tint, it's illegal to have tint on government vehicles and civilian vehicles. You know, it's just a cash grab. It's really all it is. And that cop that day, like I said, he just seemed like a dick. I'd never seen him before. There has been a couple times I ran into the same cop that's pulled me over before, not in Toms River, in Bricktown. He was kind of too, but he was nicer. But this guy just, I don't know, he just seemed like he was having a bad day. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna pay the ticket probably today, honestly. But I haven't paid it yet because I wanted to just make the video. I mean, I'm sure I could have paid it, but whatever. I mean, that's pretty much it. I feel like someone's watching me. It's weird. I have like a weird vibe, like I'm being watched. But and I guess that's pretty much it for today's video. You know, it is what it is. I'm sure I'll end up getting more tint tickets, like I said. But that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.